Yes, good morning, everyone. Today I am here. I am Priya Soni, Assistant Professor in CSE in Maharaja Agha Institute of Technology in Maharaja Agha University. So here I am to introduce a topic that is software project management. So first of all, we will define what is management, right? So first of all, we just talk about the outlines of talk. That is what we discuss in the next PPTs. What is software engineering management? Is it really different from ordinary project management? Or how do you know when a project has been successful? Right? We just know that later. Firstly, we know about the what is management. Okay, so management is achieving goals in a way that makes the best way use of all resources, right? Management means how to achieve the goals that used to make the best resources. Okay, so following activities are involved to manage some activity. First is just planning. Planning, nothing is planning, just deciding what is to be done, right? Like what is to be do, when is to be do, and how is to be. Second is organizing. Organizing means making arrangement. It is a process of bringing together physical, financial, and human resources and developing productive relationships among them for achievement of organization goals. Right. Next is staffing. It is a function of manning the organization structure and keeping it managed manpower training. In the simple way, it is selecting the right people for the right job, means manpower. Okay. Next is directing. Director means like some supervision, motivation, leadership, and communication. And it means in shorter way, it is giving instruction. That is how we manage some activity. So, in the brief record, first of all, we planning something, that is what to do, how to do, and when to do. Second is organizing. Organizing, like making arrangements one by one, how we do it. Like next is staffing. Staffing means manpower who do some work and some activity to do some perform some task. And last is manage. Last is directing, like supervision to direct something to give to achieve our own to achieve our goals, right? Then next is next. What is management continues? So management and last is then controlling, monitoring, innovating, presenting. Right? These are the next levels of our management. Then, if we have some supervision, then it control it. The purpose of controlling is to ensure that everything occurs in conformities with the standards. Monitoring, that is checking on progress. Third is innovation. Innovation, coming up with solution when problems emerge. Right. Last is representing. Representing that how you, what is to be made. What activities are you done to make some system or some software, right? Next is what is project. So project is a temporary effort to create a unique product and or service. Products usually include constraints and this regarding cost, schedule, or performance output. So I think you know about that project. What is project? Project is planned set of interrelated tasks to be executed over a fixed period and within certain amount and other limitations. So project is to be done with interrelated tasks executed over a fixed period and within a certain cost, that is year's cost, that is to be decided, and other limitation also, right? So now just combine. Firstly, we read the management, next we read project, and now combine it is project management. So what we call the project management? Project management is the discipline of planning, organizing, motivating, and controlling sources to achieve specific goals. Right? Next, another term define that project management is a methodological approach to planning and guiding project processing from start to finish. That is the project management full detail. So why we do the project management? That is to better control of financial, physical, and human resources, improve customer relations, shorter development time, lower cost, higher quality, and increase reliability, improve productivity, better internal coordination. Right. So why we use the project management? To control of the financial, physical, and human resources, like to done some work, and these are the steps. These are the reasons why we should do the project management. So next, characteristics of a project. Characteristics of a project that we need to manage them because it's non-routine, non-routine plan aiming at a specific target, work carried out for a customer involving several specialisms made up of several different phases constrained by time and resource, large and or complex, right? So management approaches, what are the management approaches? Traditional culture, managers think and employees do what they are told. The role of the manager in a traditional management model is to solve problems at the top level, right? So these are the traditional culture. We follow the project management approaches. Next, quality culture. Managers are coaches of the system, team. They do communicate the vision, mission, and goals, provide resources, remove barriers, seek employees input and feedback, build trust, provide training, reward, and or reorganizing performances. Right? These are the quality cultures, some important points to involve in the quality culture of the project management. Right? Next, software project versus others. So what is the software project? The our software projects really different from others project. It's the question. So invisibility, progress in software project is not immediately visible. Complexity, what are the some software projects characteristics that it makes it different from the other projects, other projects. So we are here to that to do that. That is invisibility, complexity, conformity, and flexibility. First is invisibility. So invisibility process in software project is not immediately visible. It is a time-to-time project, a time-to-time process to which we see that if we made some project and then we just do some activity, it is on the time while we conclude the advantage of the project, right? Next is complexity. Next is conformity. What is conformity? Software system has to conform to the requirement of human clients. What are the requirements of client? That is so important to make the project successful, right? So next is flexibility. One strength of software is it's flexible and easy to change, right? Next is category of software projects. Information system project, embedded system. System interface with organization registers and systems. That is the information system project. Next is embedded system. That is process control. System interface with a machine control the air conditioning improvement in a building. So at the so now project management at its most basic key project management responsibilities include. So what are the responsibility of the project management, creating clear and realistic projects of objective. Next, building project requirements. Next, managing the triple constraints for project, which is cost, time, and scope. It is so important that what are the triple constraints? These are the constraints which we need to solve to make the project successful. So what is that? The scope. What is scope? Scope constraint refer to what must be done to produce the projects and result. So what we do, that what we needs to do to deliver the result of the project. Next, time is so important. The time constraint refer to the amount of time available to complete the project. So the cost constraint refers to the budgeting amount available for the project. So cost constraint is an important. It is the project manager's responsibility to balance these three often competing goals. It is its responsibility to make the project good and to maintain this triple constraints. Okay, these are the quality constraints which we need to just keep in mind to take it very seriously. To these are the constraints what we balance these of these competing goals, right? Next, the management styles. First is situational management. What is this? It is a method whereby the current state of the organization determines what operational procedure will be implemented to achieve desired outcomes. Right? Situation management emphasizes a very adaptive management style. It is the very adaptive management style. Second is change management. Change management is a systematic approach to dealing with change, both from the perspective of an organization and on the individual level. To define next, we redefine the mini change management. That is, you could say that it is about managing this transition from the old position to the new one. That is the change management. We need to change the system. That change is a natural process. So we need to transition old process to a new one. Change management has at least three different aspects, including adapting to change, right? Controlling change and implementing change, right? So it's a three aspects of the change management. Next, that is suggested skill for project manager. What is the skills for the project manager? That project manager who is holding the project, that who manage the project. So project manager needs a wide variety of skills. What are the comfortable with change? Understand the organization they work in, able to lead like a leadership quality, lead teams to accomplish project goals, need both need both hard and soft skills. Hard skills, like what is the hard skills? Product knowledge, knowing the various PM tools, techniques, and soft skills, being able to work with people, like leadership, motivation, successful of the project by through the just motivate the workers. So, that is the being able to work with people, right? Next is suggestive skills, communication skills, and that organization skills, team building skills, leadership skills, coping skills, and last is technology skills. Technology skills means experience, project knowledge, and coping skills is flexible, creating patient, persistent, right? The activity covered by project management. That first of all, what are the activity that project management cover? What are the steps to do the project management? The feasibility study is first, then planning, and then execution. So, first is feasibility study. So, what is feasibility study? Is project technical, feasible, and worthwhile from a business point of view. Like we know that the feasibility study, we just say that is it technical feasible? The that project we choose, it is feasible in nature or business point of view. Second, is it worth doing right? And next is second, planning. Only done if project is feasible. Planning is done. What we plan. That is, if we done the feasibility study, then we will plan what is how we will do it. So planning the something. Third is execution. Like execution means to implement plans, but plans may be changed as we go along. So do it. So these are some software development life cycle. As you see, it's a ISO 12207 in which we have the system that is requirements gathering, next is design, next is code and test, and last is maintenance, that is initialization, acceptance, and so on. Right? These are the system and software system, and these are the software. So what is in the requirement? Requirement gathering is the requirement analysis, architecture design, requirement analysis, right? And next in the design, we have architecture design, requirement analysis. Next is code and test, detailed design, code and test, integration, qualification test, integration, and qualification test. Right? Next is that is we have the initialization, acceptance, and support. It is the installation and acceptance. Right? So next is first. Now we just detail some details to all the life cycles. First is requirement analysis. That is requirement elicitation. What does the client's needs? Right. Next is analysis, in which we just do the analysis, converting customer facing requirements into equivalents that developers can understand. Requirement will cover what we do in the requirement, what we gather the information, that is function, quality, and resource constraint, that is cost. What we need to apply in the project. Same. Next is architecture design. Based on system requirement, defines components of system, hardware, software, and organization. Software requirements will come out of this. Next is code and test of individual components. Next is integration, putting the components together. Next is qualification testing, testing the system, not just the software. Next is installation, the process of making the system operational. Includes setting up standing data, setting system parameters, installing on operational hardware platforms, user training, etc. Next is acceptance spot, including maintenance and enhancement. Problems with software projects commonly experience problems from the manager's point of view. Right? So, what are the problems with the software project? Poor estimates and plan, lack of quality standards and measure, lack of guidance about making organizational decisions, lack of techniques to make progress visible, poor role definition, who does what, incorrect success criteria. Right? These are the some experience problem from the manager point of view that we occur within the project to do some to make the project successful. Problem with the software projects, another point. Lack of knowledge of application area, lack of up-to-date documentation, preceding activity not completed on time, lack of communication between user and technician, Next is lack of commitment, especially when a project is ties to one person or their narrow scope of technical expertises, changing statutory requirements, changing software environment, deadline pressure, lack of training. These are the some problems that we encounters with the software management of by software project manager. Now, what are the setting objective to do the projects management? Answering the question, what do we have to do to have a success? What we do to get the success, right? Need for the project authority, set the project scope, allocate approves cost, could be one person or a group. Next, project board, project management board, steering committee, right? Objective. Informally, the objective of the project can be defined by completing the statement. The project will be regarded as a success if rather like post conditions for the project. Focus on what will be put in place rather than how activities will be carried out. Right? What will be put in place rather than how activities will be carried out. So now the objective should be smart. So your objective should be smart. Smart means S specific, that is concrete and well defined. M, that is measurable. Satisfaction of the objective can be objectively judged. Next is A, achievable. That is, it is within the power of the individual or group concerned to meet the target. R, that is relevant. The objective must relevant to the true purpose of the project. D is time constraint. There is defined point in time by which the objective should be achieved. Next is goal, sub-objective. These are the steps along the way to achieving the objective. Informally, these can be defined by completing the sentence. Objective X will be achieved if the following goals are or all achieved. So ABC are the goals. If our objective X, like means we have a X objective, if it is achieved, so we have the following goals to achieve or to make the project successful. So what are the goals and the sub objective? Often a goal can be allocated to an individual. Individual man has the capability to achieving goals, but not the objective on their own. For example, objective user satisfaction with software product, analyst goal, accurate requirements, developer goal, software that is reliable, right? So now measures of effectiveness. How do we know that the goal or objective has been achieved? By a practical test that can be objectively assessed. For example, for user satisfaction with software product, repeat business, they buy further products from us. Number of complaints if low, etc. Right now, stakeholders, that stakeholders means user, clients, or the investors who invest in our project. These are the people who have a stack or interest in the project. In general, they can be users, clients, or developer implementers. They could be within the software project, outside the project team, but within the same organization, outside both the project team and the organization. So the business case, benefits of delivered project must outweigh cost. So it is both are less directly proportional to each other. Cost include development and operation. Benefits we are quantifiable or not quantifiable. So management control. Now the project control cycle. It is the defined objective. First we define the objective, then making decision, plans, then if we have decision good or plans, so we have to implement the decision, or if we have to model something, we, then we have to model. If we done a modeling, then making a decision and plans, then after faith, then implementation. If we implement something, that actions, the real words, data collection, and then data processing, and next we have just information. These are the process control cycle, right? Management control. What is management control? That is data, the raw details, that is 6,000 document processed at location A. So information, what is information? Information is the data is processed to produce something that is meaningful and unique. Data is the wholesome data, the raw details, but information is something fruitful from the data, right? We have some not labor, we have some useful data from that raw data. So now comparison with the objective versus goal. If we will not meet target of processing all document by 31st March, these are the goals, like these are the deadlines. If we done some programs or software, we just have some deadlines to complete them. Okay, now management control. Next is partly working out the probable outcomes of various decisions. That is, if we employ two or more some application, how quickly can we get the document to sell? Next is implementation, carrying out the remedial actions that have been decided upon. Effective decision making. So, what are the guidelines to make the decision effective? Focus on goal to be served, follow a decision-making process, study the environment factor, develop personal qualities, simulate team creativity, manage opportunity. So, decision-making process. What are decision-making process? So, define problems. The problems are next fact collection, solution finding, select solution, implement solution, monitor solution. Define problem. The problem here is which TV to find. Fact collection is collect all data related to different different TVs from different showrooms. Solution finding, narrow down the TV options, uh, 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 consider your budget and your next is select solution, implement solution, monitor solution. So now first we make the some decision making process, define problems. The problem here is which we to find. Fact collection, collect all data related to the different TVs from different showrooms. Next is solution finding. Narrow down the TV options, consider your budget and your select solution, narrow down your choice to select any. Next is implement solution. One, you have decided on the TV, go ahead and buy it. Monitor solution. See if the TV that you purchase is working for you. Check if all the features that you selected work for you or not. Right? So it's some key points in lecture. That is, the project are not routine, uncertain. The particular problems of project, that is lack of visibility, clear objectives are essential which can be objectively assessed. Stuff happens not usually possible to keep precisely planned. Need for control. Communicate, and communicate. These are the key points in the lecture. Okay. Now, thank you everyone for hearing me my lecture. So it is all about the software project management. Thank you so much.